Welcome back, guys. BWaggy, and we're back to building our adventure map. And the reason it's been a while, which it has been a while, is waiting for the new update. So, let's see. Minecraft 1.4.2 with the new Scary Friday update. And this is weird. I was reading a few days ago on the forum that with this that the update was going to come out on the 24th. I just thought that was so weird because like the 24th isn't even a Friday. So yeah, I didn't know what to think of that. But that's better. Okay, so we're going to get back to what we were doing. And I think we're building our control panel here. And what the control panel was for picking whether or not it was 4v4 or 2v2. What else was I going to do? 2v2, and was it 1v1 I wanted to do, or was it just this that I could do? I think it was just this. Because there's 4 teams, so there would either be 4 teams of 2 or 4 teams of 1. Okay, so that's right. So this shouldn't be too bad. So what we want to do is we want to have each of our command blocks here, and since there's 8 people, we're going to want 8 command blocks. And since each of these takes, I don't even know how much room. I think it only takes up not much at all. It takes up 1 space maybe. There, get rid of that block. And the reason I'm doing this is for like a toggleable thing, so I can, like, if it's 2v2, how many is that? It's 7. So 8. Okay. So if it's like 2v2, I can select that. If it's 4v4, I can select that, and then so I'd select it, and then I would flip a switch. So I'd flip it, and then I'd select which one it was, and then that would allow me to start the match. And you will see why in just a second. And we're gonna have to build a decoder type job here. That's what this thing's gonna be, which will decode this, which will either allow us to have actually I think I can add a 1v1, no, 4v4. So was I gonna do 2 teams? I guess I was. So 4v4, 2v2, or I mean, I'll toss in a 1v1. It'd be pretty useless though. I don't know who would want to play that. So we're gonna throw it in anyway. And then this leads us into, oh my god, the mouse is being weird. Okay, I don't know why I always test that. I just always feel the need to. I don't know if it's I like to see the redstone wire turn on or something, because I don't know. It's strange. I'm strange. So now if we place wire right here, it's lit up because that's powering that, which powers that. And that's redstone in a nutshell. Not at all. Redstone's so confusing. Or it can be. If you know what you're doing, it's not too bad. Well, obviously, if you know what you're doing, it's not too bad. That was a stupid comment. If you really want to figure it out, then you can, if that makes any sense. So this is 4v4, so we want to get all of these up. So the first one's going to lead right here. And I don't know if I can easily explain this out loud. I'll give it a shot. So let's see here. So those are all off by default. And now if I put that right there and lead it, so if I do this with each one. Okay, so what this is gonna do, shoot. This is just to extend the signal all the way to the end. It wasn't making it to the end. And essentially the reason behind this stuff here is to power these pistons. If that wasn't clear. Which it is kind of clear. But, okay, so that's as far as I need to go with that. And then let's bring this wire all the way across. Wow. I don't know why, but lately I've had a lot of trouble controlling the mouse. Like, it's just been really... I don't usually play with a mouse when I'm on my laptop. I usually play with the trackpad. But, like, when I started Octodad, which was only yesterday, that wasn't the first time I ever used a mouse on here. I used to always play with a mouse with Minecraft. Like always. I used to never be able to use a trackpad. But then, because for a long time I was playing on a Mac. On my friend's Mac. Before I got the game, before I got Fraps, I was playing on my friend's Mac laptop. And as you probably know, those don't have, they don't have, what am I doing here? So that'll power this piston, which allows us to be lifted up. Which, oh, and these can't be buttons, that's right. Okay. So these all have to be switches. And I'll show you why in a second. And then also, these are going to have to come down earlier. So, and you'll also see why in a second. Okay. Oh. So back to what I was saying. I used to never play with a trackpad. Like with a Mac, I could not do it. Just because there was no easy way to right click. And that was the sole reason why I couldn't do it. But my laptop has it has a right click kind of button with it on the trackpad, and that allows for, it makes it a lot easier. I'm taking like a very complicated way of doing this. Okay, so what I'm doing here is just making a staircase down for redstone. That's pretty much all I'm doing. And then destroying this path. So there we go. And this is probably all boring stuff that I can't cut out because I was talking about trackpad. And that's not important either, but it's a conversation topic. It's interesting. Okay, so now okay, all of them are good now. Okay, so the reason that we did that is so we could, let's fill these in first. So the reason we did that is this thing to the right of me, made out of green wool, is what's known as a decoder. And what this does is it takes one input and allows it to transfer, or it allows it to have multiple outputs. So one input lever can turn on multiple outputs. And you would think that you'd be able to do that by doing this. So if I had one lever and then two pistons, you have two outputs. But you can do that. But this allows you to have multiple switches hooked up to the same output. I mean, you'll see. It's really convoluted, but you will see. So I'm just gonna fill these in here, and you'll see why in a second. So what the redstone lines that go under this lead to, is they lead to a piston that'll lift up this green block. So when this green block's lifted up, let's just destroy that. If I were to put something here, so now this can get powered, and it says hi. I'll say hi again. But when this goes down, it doesn't do anything. Doesn't do anything. And the reason why is because when this block's up, it allows redstone signal to be passed through it. And I also wanted to try something out with this new update, because I haven't seen it yet. Which actually might be able to come in handy. That's cool. Which might allow... Now let me see here. Okay, so it does not pass through. Does it have to be a repeater, or can it just be redstone? Okay, so it has to be a repeater that goes up to it. Okay, so I can't use that to my benefit, which isn't that big of a deal. Now let's see if redstone can pass all the way along there. I don't know if that's long enough. Okay, so it is. But we're probably going to need a repeater right there. And this is going to base all back to our starting button, which is right here. So it'll be like that. So now if all of those said say hi, clicking this wouldn't do anything. But clicking that would lift them all up for 4v4, which would make them all say hi if they all said hi. So now I need to set up, and the reason because of that is I have a redstone torch on all of these, so that when this lever switched, this turns on, which turns that torch off, which turns this redstone line off, which turns these torches to their default state of on, which is that. Their on state. Their common on state. The common redstone torch on state. If you know what I mean. So now we have to hook up torches for the other kinds too. So 2v2 is two from each side. So essentially what we're gonna do is we'll take some we'll get some magenta wool. And we're gonna split up the two sides. So this is side 1, these 4, and side 2, those 4. So these are for the 4 people in team 1, and these are for the 4 people in team 2. So we're going to have to take a torch and put it on 2 on each side. So 1 there, and 1 there. And you'd think these should not be up. They shouldn't. It's just the piston was not extended. The piston extended and retracted so fast that it pretty much couldn't keep up. The block couldn't keep up with it. And then you're going to get the same effect there. And that'll happen with everything you do like that. So that's for your number 2, for your 2v2. So flip that. I don't know why it's not working. Oh, this is why it's not working. Because these should all be connected. So now there should be 2 from each side, which makes 2v2. So now we have that. So essentially what this is doing is this is going to teleport people into there. And then from there they're going to have a 20-second timer, which we'll set up later. Or actually we'll make it 30 seconds. We'll have a 30-second timer, which will count down until everyone else is randomly teleported to each side. So essentially all this is for is kind of selecting how many people you have playing. So because of that, since we want to I mean, you'll see. We'll see as we go along. It's hard to explain. What I'm trying to figure out now is if I want to even add a 3v3, or if it's even possible. So at the moment these are all off. Okay. So the reason why this is still on is as I mentioned before. And then I'm gonna destroy that for right now because that's gonna get stuck when I put a torch there. Okay. So that's that. That's our decoder. And these can be made as long as you want, and that's how you see those 7-digit display things, like a counter with a big display. That's how those work. Is it something like that? And I'll build one of those in another video, just to show you guys pretty much how they work. So now if we give this a try, 1 from each side. So that's our decoder. And then our start thing just leads to every single one, and if this will teleport everyone to one of these green blocks. So each of those command blocks, each of those 8 command blocks will be one of those green blocks. Those are our starting positions. Excuse me. It smells like cookies in my house. It's weird, because it's late. I don't know why it smells like cookies. That's strange. Anyway, completely off topic. So that's that. So now, we're gonna move on to the tedious part, which is just the actually no, we're not gonna do that right now. That's a pain. I'll do that off camera. What I was gonna do is take the coordinates for each of these and put it into a command block. That's a pain. That's not fun to watch on camera. And since I have nothing to talk about, I'm not going to sit here and make you guys watch that. And don't want to edit it out. So I'll just do that off camera. So I think that's pretty much all that's needed right now that I can do on camera. Yeah, this mouse is being weird. Or the game is being weird with its sensitivity or something. I think that's all I wanted to do. I'm not sure how long it's been. Let's see if there's anything else there is to do. I will set up a quick little, maybe a little control panel type thing. So let's get something like that. That's the same length as, there we go. So something along the lines of this. And there would be a button on each of these. And then command block job. Whoa. D. Okay. It's a cool pattern. Honestly, that could be used as a cool flooring. But you can't even get these in the real game. And for those of you who are wondering, give BWaggy 137. That's the That's the item ID, 137. So our different commands are going to be their time command. I do this on all of the maps that I make. And give me some item frames too. What I do is I put an item frame on each of these. So this one will be time. We'll have another one for rain, to turn off the rain. I have another one to clear everyone's XP. We'll have another one to clear everyone's inventory, and I just leave that one blank. Leave that item frame blank. We have another one to change everyone's game mode. We have another one to, can you do this now? Heal all. I don't know if you can. No. So we can just give everyone, not what I wanted to do. Give everyone some bread. Bread. Actually, no, let's not do bread. Let's do one of the new foods. Let's do some pumpkin pie. What's the, 400? Alright, so then what else do we need? We have the time. Oh, we need game mode. Set everyone's spawn. I use a bed for that. What else is there? And I guess within that case, I can destroy the last ones on each thing. And then, so that would be that. That would be that. That would be that. We have a blank one. We have the one with XP in it. We have our one with the water bucket. And we have our one with the time in it. And this is just a little, a control panel, if you will. So, our first one we can set as the time. It's as easy as this. So time, set, day. Sets the time today. Our next one can be our toggle downfall. Downfall. So now we get some annoying rain. Maybe it's already raining. What in the world? I don't know, we're just gonna let that one sit, see what happens. It's weird. Okay. Move on to our third one, which is clear. And then there's our little things at the bottom there. All. So this clears everyone's inventory. So if I had some blocks in here, and I hit this clear all button, it clears them. Then our XP one, I'm gonna do XP. How does this work? It's /XP. It's 5LB Waggy. Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to do XP, -100. So that takes away 100 levels when you put that L at the end. And from all players. Now we're going to do a game mode. Game mode. All players 0. So I have it backwards there. So it's game mode 0 for all players. Yeah. Now we respawn. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? God. Wow. Alright, so let me just quickly build this again. It's not too bad. Freaking creeper. I hate them. Blah, I hate them. Now that all my item frames are gone, what's this do? That's the downfall. What's this one? Okay, of course it removes my freaking inventory. This one is our XP one. Get an XP bottle. Right there. Get our buttons. Oh my god. So that's our survival one. Then we need our spawn one. And our food one. So that wasn't too bad of damage. Still is enough to piss me off though. So we can actually do this one real quickly. So let's give all players 400. That's the item ID for pumpkin pie and 1. So since I already had 1, so it gives me 1. Now we want to do our spawn point. Spawn point. All players. I'm going to set it as this point right in here. So 455, 53, 940. 455, 53, 940. 455, 53, 940. 455, 53, 940. 455, 53, 940. That should do it. So now if I kill, spawn right back on that spot. I'm just gonna get my stuff back. And that's gonna do it for this episode. Maybe a little bit boring, but we got our redstone done here. There's gonna be a little bit more to it. You're just gonna see. And I apologize for the long wait between episode 1 and episode 2. I was just waiting for the update to come out. So yeah, now it's out. So thank you guys for watching this video, and tune in next time for episode 3.